Hi, welcome to another episode of 2 Minutes on Tuesday. I'm Sam Miller of REMAX Stars Realty and
I'm Erica Miller of REMAX Stars Realty.
And this week we're going to talk about the 6 reasons why you might want to consider selling your house during the Christmas and holiday season and also during the New Year's time. So first I want to give you a quick market update and let you know there are 26 available homes that are listed for sale that are active that you could buy right now that are listed in the Knox County MLS, that are located in the Knox County MLS. And in great contrast, there's 48 houses under contract pending that are contingent, meaning someone's in the process of buying them. And that's almost double the number of houses under contract versus what's available. So, okay, let's start the 6 reasons.
All right, yeah, so number 1 is if you were to put your house on the market right now, the buyers that you're gonna get coming through looking at your home are gonna be more serious buyers than ones that are just browsing. Not as many buyers buy around this time of year, so when you do get one, they are gonna be more serious. You're not gonna get like looky-loos or tire kickers.
Exactly, because the people that are out, especially this time of year, it's getting darker earlier at night in the evenings. So there's less hours a day of daylight. So the people that are out in the market looking, yeah, they're ready to buy. Also, during the Christmas and holiday season, there are fewer houses on the market. And so the idea with fewer houses being on the market is, 1, your house will be in more demand, it will sell faster, and you'll be able to get a better price because there's less competition, less homes for sale, which makes a huge difference in this market.
All right, and then number 3 is during the holiday or Christmas season, homes tend to show better. They're a little bit more warm, and I mean, if you think about it, you got like, say, the Christmas tree all lit up and decorations in the house and even maybe a fire in the fireplace. It just really brings out that emotional aspect in buyers. They might see old decorations that they related to when they were kids, you know, so it's just more warm and inviting for the buyers. And even sometimes buyers will come to us and say, oh, well, should I take down the decorations if I've got people coming through? And really, like, we tell them not to do that because it attracts more of the buyers. It gives them more of that warm, cozy feel.
I agree. And you know, as we go through homes, you can hear comments that buyers make as we go through, and they can kind of reminisce on their childhood. Oh, I remember having this and that, and so they become very, very comfortable in the home. And buying a house is emotional. I mean, it's, you know, we make our decision of which house we're going to choose based on our emotions and how we feel in that house, and we justify that purchase by logic based on, can we afford it and are we comfortable with the monthly payment? So that absolutely makes perfect sense. The next item number 4, or the reason, is that there's a lot of people that have deadlines. They have to buy a house by a certain date because they just sold their house, and if they don't reinvest the money by the end of the year or a certain date, they have to pay the IRS capital gains tax or income tax on the sale of their property. So if your house is not on the market when they need to buy, they certainly can't buy your house. And they're going to make a purchase one way or the other because they don't want to pay the government the tax. So having your house on the market towards the end of the year, there's some pretty significant benefits, because I'd rather put my money towards a house than I would pay the IRS. It just makes more sense when you get something out of it, at least with your money that way.
Number 6 is if you were to put your home on the market right now, that could make you a non-contingent buyer for when more homes come up on the market during the springtime.
Exactly. So meaning if you own your current home and you need to sell it before you buy your next home, you're in a position where you could sell your house quicker and easily and at a higher price right now. And once you get your house under contract, then you're no longer contingent as a buyer, contingent on the sale of your home. You're only potentially contingent on the successful closing of your home, or you could sell your home now, and if you can camp out with the family member, stay with them, or go into temporary housing and wait for the market. When there's more houses that come on the market, there's a better chance, 1, you have more choices, and 2, you could get a better price. Reason number 6, job opportunities. So towards the end of the year, a lot of companies will do new hires, or employees will change positions or get promoted. Sometimes that promotion requires a relocation where they have to move to a different location because they're getting transferred from, Atlanta, Georgia to Columbus, Ohio. And we get so much of the Columbus, Ohio buying market where they want to buy here, but their job's going to start January 15th or February 1st. And so they've got to get a house picked out in December, early January in order to make that move and transition their family. So as a seller owning a house here in Knox County, that's a good time to have your house on the market when all these folks are doing these corporate relocations.
Yeah, I'd say that is definitely a good example of a serious buyer. But to piggyback off of that, a lot of employees that haven't taken their paid time off during the year will take it at the end of the year so that come 2022 that they don't lose that time off. And then this is a great time if they're in the market to look for a house to go during the day and look at the houses. Plus during the winter months, there's not as much daylight and the sun starts setting earlier. So if you want to go and look and see the exterior of the house as well, it's a great time to do that during the day with that time off.
Yeah, I could see where that'd be a huge benefit, because if you've got 2 weeks of paid time off that you're going to lose if you don't use it, a lot of people would maybe around December 15th would maybe put that 2 weeks in and have the rest of the year off.
Yeah.
And that gives them 2 weeks of unlimited time to do home shopping. So I think that's a great point.
Yeah.
We're going to give you a couple bonus items and a couple extra reasons in addition to the 6. One of which is the lending process this time of year, because there were not as many homes for sale or selling. The banks are less backed up right now. So the ability for the bank to process a loan and to turn the loan application to a closing, they tend to be able to get those done faster this time of year because the backlog of other business is less right now.
All right, and then another bonus tip is that towards the end of the year, if you want, you can even delay the closing and delay occupancy. So I know a lot of times people don't find it ideal to move in the winter. So if they want to like push that back a little bit, they can have some wiggle room to do that.
And I think that's great, because there's lots of cases where they want to secure the house, they want to lock the interest rate in, know that they're going to get the lowest payment possible, but maybe they still have 3 months left on their lease or 2 months left on their lease. And the seller really doesn't want to move out right now. So it's a perfect situation where you, Erica, could buy my house as an example, but I could stay there and you could stay in your apartment as an example. And bingo, when the time comes, I'm out, you're in, and everybody's happy.
Right, and like both parties know that it's secure. Like the seller knows, okay, I've sold my house, and the buyer knows, okay, I've got my house I'm moving into. So you have that security there.
Yeah, and I think something really nice to add to that is if I'm the seller and I've got my house sold and I have my money, that puts me in a wonderful position to be able to go out and look for another house, because I'm not homeless currently, because you've allowed me to stay in the house for a month or 2 months or whatever arrangement.
Right, and you wouldn't have to be contingent on the home selling because it's already sold, so you've got your funds. So
that's a win-win as far as I'm concerned.
Another benefit of selling in the winter is there's not as much focus on the landscaping, so you don't have to worry about trimming all your hedges or making sure all your flowers and everything look nice in your yard, since it's the winter. So that puts takes a lot of stress off the seller. They don't have to worry about the exterior of their home, like those features of it.
Yeah, I found that most people in the winter when it's cold, they look at the outside real quick and they spend most of the time on the inside.
Yeah, they want to get warm. So in summary, the desire to own a home does not stop or dwindle during the end of the year. It actually can increase during the holiday season.
I agree. I'm Sam Miller of REMAX Stars Realty.
I'm Erica Miller of REMAX Stars Realty.
Thanks for watching, and we'll come back to you next week.
Thanks, bye-bye.